So hi, welcome back friends. Welcome to our channel Back for Tech. So today's topic is something like improving your Windows 10 performance just by 5 methods or 5 tuning methods through which you will be able to improve the performance of your system. So let's start. Again, there are two things initially I will have to tell. I will have to clarify. First thing is that this is something like you will not be able to increase any hardware performance of your system. So there are some things which you will not be able to improve. So let us say you are having a basic laptop or basic computer with let us say i3 as processor and 4 GB of RAM with minimal configuration. Then let us say if you are going to game on that particular computer, then you will have some performance issues. Again, if you are going to encode a something like 1080 pixel video, then it will take a large amount of time. So this is going to happen. These things will not be able to improve. If you want such performances, you will have to look for a better hardware equipped laptop. So that is one thing you will have to remember. But let us say with this basic laptop or with this basic system, let us say you are going for basic day-to-day activities such as browsing the internet using Chrome or watching a movie. In those departments, if you are facing any lag or if you are not able to complete those particular tasks, then this particular video will be exactly useful. So pause till the end to do or understand the 5 typical methods through which you will be able to perform this particular tuning. So let's go into the video and will not waste any more time. So as you could see, I am starting my desktop. I hope you will be able to see my desktop in my background. So the first thing is you'll have to see what all programs are running in the startup. So what is this particular thing? As you could see here, there are some programs which are running in the background. These programs basically starts at the time of your whenever you're switching on your computer. So you can limit which all programs are running in this particular startup. So you should be aware of the programs that is installed in your computer, and you should be aware of programs which should start at the starting of your computer. Some programs like antivirus, it should start at the startup, but there are some other programs which you don't require to start at the startup. So you can control this particular feature, right? So in the case of Windows 10, you can go into a task manager. You can take your task manager by right clicking on this particular bar, and you can take this particular task manager. You can always use Control Alt Delete. That option will also work. But in the case of your older version of OSs like Windows 8 or Windows 7, then you should go to your run prompt. Windows key plus R is the shortcut key. There you will have to write msconfig, right? If you do that, you will be getting a window something similar to this thing. Here you will be having a setup. As you can see, this is Windows 10 and it has been transferred to this particular task manager. If you are using your older version of Windows, then you should use this particular option. There, here in Windows 10, in the case of Windows 10, you will have to click on this particular startup and see which all programs are running at the startup. So if you are a frequent user of something like an Microsoft Teams, your work arrangement require this particular Microsoft team and you are a frequent user of that, you can enable this particular option. I have installed Microsoft Teams, but I am not a regular user of Microsoft Teams, so I have disabled it. This disabling this will not mean that you will not be able to run this particular program. Like if you go to the programs and if you start this particular program, your Microsoft Teams will work perfectly fine. But this will disable the Microsoft Teams to start at the beginning of the of your whenever you're switching on your computer, it will not start. So that is one thing you will have to remember. So as you could see, I have enabled QKey. This is particular antivirus which I am using. So I have enabled that particular thing, and I have enabled something like a unified remote. If you haven't seen my previous video about unified remote, I will add a card on the top of this particular frame, so that you will be able to watch this particular video and see how what this particular unified remote is and how it basically works. So those are the two things which I have enabled, and as per your requirement, you can either enable or disable the programs in this particular set. So this is the first thing I can tell you. This is the first step you should be aware of. If you are limiting the number of programs in the startup, then your startup will be faster, as well as your normal lagging will somewhat decrease. So we'll go to the step 2. Step 2 is something like there are many services running in the background. As you could see, again, if you are going into a task manager and you could see the services, there are so many services which are running. Some of them are stopped, some of them are running. So we don't exactly know what all services should run or what all services should stop, right? So we have a control over that, but still, right? So for controlling this, what you should do is you should again go to your run prompt. Windows plus R is a shortcut key for this particular option. There you should write services.msc. So this is something you'll have to go with. There you could see that again ActiveX installer, it is manually opening, so I don't think it'll have a problem. Again you could see, again you could increase this particular line, Adobe Acrobat update service. So this is something Adobe Acrobat is something like your PDF reader. So its update is basically, even now it is running and it is configured as automatic. So I don't think it has to run automatically. Whenever I want to update it, I will manually run this particular software. So why is it running automatically? So in such cases, what you should do is you will have to click on this particular thing, and either you can stop the program, stop this particular service right now, or what you should do is you should go to the properties, right? Again, startup type it is recommended, right? There you should say that it should be disabled, or you can say that let us say if you don't know what exactly this is meant for, you can even keep it as manual. Like whenever the program starts manually, it will be switched on, but automatically we don't have to switch it on, right? So especially in the case of Adobe Acrobat, that is an update service, right? Update service, I don't think it is required. So what I will do is I will make it as disabled and I will stop it, right? It takes some amount of time, then you should keep apply and you should press OK. Similarly, you will have to see all the particular services that is running or that is automatically running in your computer, right? And some of the services you will say that A, B, C, T, P service. You don't know how this one works, right? So either you can Google it, or you can, again, this is right now it is in manual mode, right? So you don't have to basically bother that. But automatically, if one program is running, you will have to verify it in the Google that if it is something that is required by the OS. If it is required by the OS, well and fine, it has to start automatically. Otherwise, some of the services will not work, right? So if it is something other than what you have installed, then you should make it disabled. So this is another thing you will be able to do. So this is our second option, that is services.msc. Next thing what we can say is you will have to go into your computer, that is your my computer, this PC. This is your my computer. There you can say you can go into your computer and you can go into your system properties. So system properties, at least in your Windows 10, this will be something similar to this thing. Here you can go into advanced system settings, and go into advanced system settings. There we do have a tab called as performance, right? This thing is available in Windows 8 as well as in Windows 7, but you'll have to see how the system properties can be taken. I don't exactly remember how it can be taken, but if you could search in the Google, you'll be able to get that particular thing. Once you take this particular system properties, you can go into the settings of the performance. There, by default, this will be like ticked as let Windows choose what is best for my computer. So most of the things will be ticked. What happens is that most of them are visual appearances. So something like animations, the desktop animate, like desktop logo animations, the startup animations. Whenever you're opening a folder, the thumbnails of the particular video or images will be shown. So you can disable all these things if you want to have performance as your highlight for your computer. Let us say if you are having a good computer with sufficient RAM, then this will not be a problem. In such cases, you can opt for let Windows choose the particular thing. If you are having lagging in doing basic things, then what you should do is you will have to go with adjust for the best performance. Then most of the ticks will go. So these are all visual things. So usually if you want to see your computer as a better thing, then you can opt for either best appearance or let us say let Windows choose the best for me, those options. So for the basic computers or basic laptops, what you should do is you should click onto the third option, that is adjust for the best performance, and click apply and click OK. So right now I am not doing it because I am okay with the current performance of my system. So I don't think it is required. So I'm not doing it. But as far as you are concerned, if you are having a minimum computer, then you have to do it. Right. Right. This is another thing. Now there is something called as system protection. This is the fourth one, system protection. By default, probably this will be on for all your drives. Again, if it is a laptop with minimum configurations, you will not have this many of partitions. You will have a single partition where everything will be stored into one particular drive. So what this is for is if you want to restore something, let us say some virus attack or something drastically bad happened to my computer today, and if I want to restore it to a previous date, so the installations, whatever basic configurations is there at that point of time, everything will be resetted to that particular point of time. So our data will be something like okay, or our computer will work as on that particular date. So I have switched it on for my OS system and I have switched it off for all other systems. If you are having a basic computer and if your performance is very low, I recommend it. If you don't have such issues, you don't have to do it. But if your performance is that much low, I I recommend you to switch off this particular thing. So I have switched it on because I am okay with the current performance of my system. But as far as you are concerned, and if you are having a basic system with your lagging problems, then I recommend you to switch off this particular thing. It can be easily configured. You can configure it. You can disable the system protection. Right. As of now, I am using 7.80 GBs for this particular option. If I am switching it off, this particular data can be utilized for your other options. Right. The last one or the fifth one is basically your temporary files. Temporary files, let's say if you have installed something extra or something new to your computer, let us say you have installed something new, a game or a program, or your Microsoft Office or something new, then there will be residual files which will be there in your temporary files. Or even you're browsing your Chrome for like let us say 1 hour, there will be files which you might have temporarily used. So those files will be there in your temporary folders, and this may accumulate and this may cause problems. So once in a while, let us say at least once in a week, what you should do is you will have to again go to your run Windows key press R is again the shortcut for that. There you will have to write temp or temporary, right? Temp, right? If you could click enter, there are so many things as of now there in my computer, right? So what I should do is I should control A is the shortcut for selecting all, and I will delete. So again, it will ask for some right. We are doing it in the C drive, so it will ask for the confirmation. If I confirm that, then it will be deleted. And there will be some files which are as of now currently used. So those things will not be able to delete. So what I should do is I should click on this thing, do this for all current items and skip. So these are files which are currently being used. So we'll not be able to delete those things. so you don't have to bother about that. But other things you will be deleting it. Again you are supposed to go to your run menu, and you could give it as percentage, temp. Again you could give percentage, and you could give it enter. So this is again another folder where your residual files it will be there, right? So here also I am selecting it all and I'm deleting it. I'm deleting it again because this is done in C drive. This will ask for the confirmation. In some things it will not be, we will not be able to delete it because this is being used as of now. So what I will do is, again I will skip those files, but remaining things it will be deleted. Right. Once this is done, you should again go back to your recycling bin, and from there also you will have to delete, or you should say that you should clear your recycling bin after doing this, so that it will be permanently deleted. So this is another thing you will be able to do. So these are the 5 things which you will be able to do. Again I will say, I will show you one more thing. You should again go back to your settings. You should again go back to your application. There you will be able to see all the programs you might have installed in this particular computer. So other than this particular Microsoft based programs, you should uninstall all the programs which is not installed by you. Let us say there is something like a toolbar, Google Chrome extension, or something of that, which might be of smaller in size, which will be in something like a KB of size. But even then, I recommend you to uninstall those even smaller programs, so that it will not affect your performance. So there will be, as of now I don't have any, because I know exactly what all things I have installed in this particular computer. If you please verify that whatever things installed in this particular tab is being installed by you. If it is not installed by you, see that this particular thing is something OS related. Even if the tab is not from that particular itinerary, then you better uninstall that particular application. So these are the tips which I recommend you to do if you are using a computer with limited computing capacity. Please do these particular things, and if you have any other doubts, you can always contact me through the your comment section. Uh, Thanks for watching my video. Signing off now. See you in the next video. Please like, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon, so that whenever a new video or something of this sort release, you will be knowing. You will be the first person to know. Right? Signing off now. Bye bye.